Good evening, Lisa.
Good evening, Andrew.
More Blake 7.
Yes.
Which, to give it its target title, has got to be Blake 7 and the Seek and the Locate and the Destroy, isn't it?
Maybe.
But it's Seek dash Locate dash Destroy,
Yes.
which sounds like the sort of thing Daleks would shout, doesn't it? You know,
It does a bit, yeah.
Seek, locate, do not deviate, all of that. But yes, Veer Lorimer's directing, and we're on another. So we zoom in on a pretty planet, don't
Yes. And
Which
it didn't
is-
look so pretty when you get down
we?
to it.
Which is very pretty from far away, but up
Yes.
close it's just more industrial complexes.
It is. It's quite good that they do use a lot of industrial complexes because it gives it a sort of grounding.
Yeah, but it does look like sort of BDH where I used to work because it's got all big like sort of vessels and tubing and stuff like that. There's a wonky robot on the patrol, isn't it, being pulled along possibly on string. I
Or
don't
fishing
know.
wire.
Yeah.
Well, we were trying to work out how they did it, and there's obviously not something inside it because it's not big
No,
enough.
it's the wrong shape and
And
it's just
I'm
awful.
not sure. I'm not sure it's remote control. So literally, it's just being pulled along on a fishing wire
Yeah,
by.
but when it moves along, it makes a silly noise.
It has to make a silly noise to let you know it's coming.
Yeah, well, if it's a security robot, surely it should be it'd be all silent and deadly, and it's certainly not silent. It might be deadly, but only if you like stand in the way of its flamethrower. It's also got silly flappy arms
It
as
has.
well, hasn't it?
It has. Yeah.
Because there's outtakes of it, like
Yeah.
sort of gesticulating and being generally rubbish. But yes, the Liberator crew have had a meeting, haven't they?
They have.
They've had a meeting
They've
about
had a
what their
meeting.
uniform for going outside is
And
going
they've
to be.
divvied up the anoraks.
So I said it was a Kagul, and you said it was more of a Pacamac, but we've
and
decided
it's neither. It's just I sort of recognise it as not well, obviously I recognise it because I've seen it in Blake 7, but it looks quite familiar. It's just I think somebody's just either gone out to the shops and bought a load.
But I love the way that they've each got a different colour.
They've got a different colour.
So they've obviously argued for about 3 hours beforehand
Who gets what colour.
over who gets what colour.
Yeah.
You know, Villa gets red and Avon gets blue. Gang gets a sort of rubbishy brown, doesn't he?
Yeah. Callie's got green.
And
Blake's
Blake's got a similar green, hasn't he?
No, he's black and grey.
Is it? Oh, right, okay. I thought you...
And they've got
Boots.
matching boots, matching moon boots. I think Callie's got wellies on actually. I didn't get to look at her boot. I forgot to look at her boots properly. But Blake and Villa have certainly got moon boots on.
Now, I have to ask, everybody's different sizes,
Yes.
because Gan's quite a
big.
chunky
Well,
fellow.
Perhaps that's why he gets the rubbish brown one because it's the only one that fits him.
Is it like Grace Brothers? They've got racks of each colour in every possible size.
Yeah.
So have they argued about which colour it is before they've gone
I
to...
don't know.
Or have they just gone, well, that's the only one that fits
Fits
me,
me, so that'll have to do.
Yeah. But I just love the idea that they've sort of argued about this. Yeah. Blake sort of runs away from the robot and he sets a cable swinging.
Yes.
And you can see there's an edit because Blake runs out, the cable starts swinging, and then there's a sort of jump and the cable slows down suddenly. Then the robot trundles in because clearly they couldn't do that all in one shot because the robot was
too slow.
obviously didn't want to act. Then it ejects its flamethrower.
It does.
And
it's sort of like the Quark, isn't it? The way, except that instead of being out like that, it's down.
But
isn't it?
frankly, if that was my chemical factory, I wouldn't have allowed them to do that.
I'm sure it was somewhere where there were no chemical stores.
Not sure. And it's got a silly claw as well because it reaches out to touch the cable when it's on fire, and I imagine it going, "Oh, me hand! Oh, that's hot! Oh, that I didn't know. I forgot." But yes. So there's a gate that they've got to get through.
Yes.
When you said about the moon boots, you said Blake's got hot feet.
I said maybe he's got hot feet, but then I looked and it's quite cold because their breath's streaming. So perhaps it's quite nice he's got hot feet.
But this gate, which has got high security written on
In
it,
space lettering.
in space, like somebody's had to get the stencil
Yeah,
out.
really they have. They've got the stencil out and sprayed
They've
it
gone
on
to see
there.
like Tony Hart from
Yeah.
Vision On or something,
Yeah.
and they've got a stencil, cut it out of cardboard and sprayed it on. But yeah, was it Villa's box of sandwiches has got a load of drain pipes.
Yeah,
in,
it's got drain
so-
pipes in, but all his tools are held in. But they're really obviously drain pipes.
Yeah. But he singes his probe at one point.
He does. His
yeah.
probe sort of gets burned.
I noticed there was a big ladder going up by the side of the wall.
Oh, okay.
Why didn't they just go over in the ladder or something? You know?
Because that wouldn't be very dramatic.
Yeah. There's also a dirty, great big sort of ever-ready torch head into the detector unit, because you have to stand in front of the thing and it recognises your face.
Or not.
And there's two buttons, red and green, but there is the head of a torch in there as well.
Okay.
So yes, but yeah, they eventually get through the gate. Then Villa wanders up to some guards.
Yeah, I love that scene. It's
Hello there, I'm an escaped prisoner.
He's so fabulously done. Michael Keating really has fun with that. And he does it in his sort of poshish voice.
He's
as
really
well.
poshed it up.
Yeah, he does it in his sort of.
'Cause, you know,
Hello.
a couple of weeks ago, he was quite sort of lower class,
He
wasn't
was,
he? But
yeah,
now
that's one of my favourite Villa scenes, because there's this thing that because Blake goes down and then he gets Jenna to put Villa down, and he really doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
But once he gets down there, he just gets on with the job.
Yeah, he does.
And it's
He does what he's meant to
immensely
do.
brave
Yeah.
to do what he does with the guards, because they could just shoot him.
Then Blake sort of sneaks up,
Yeah.
hits one guard, and then just Villa does smash
Yeah, with his box. All his tools will be awry.
It did remind me a bit. There's a bit in Genesis of the Daleks where Tom Baker goes up and says, "Hello, can you help me? I'm a spy."
Yes.
So it's a bit like that.
Yes.
Jenna's the only one that didn't get a coat because she's not
No.
going outside.
She's got to stay on the ship and mind the teleport.
So they sort of mooch about in this complex.
They do.
And it's clearly bin day because is it Peter Craze? I think comes out
Yeah.
with a bin on wheels
Yeah,
and
it's
just leaves it
something.
outside.
Yeah. For the Federation bin men to come and collect.
Yeah. Now they've got to get a lock on the teleport to where Blake is, and Jenna's got to twiddle some controls.
Yeah.
Which reminded me of an Etch-a-Sketch, because an Etch-a-Sketch used to have, it was a drawing thing, and it had
Yes.
two little controls
Yeah.
that you move left, right and up and down, and you'd move the little dot, and she's got a little green dot
Yeah.
to line up with where
Yeah, I
Blake's
can see
dot
what you're
is.
saying. I was rubbish at Etch-a-Sketch.
But
I could do a house and that was about it.
why has Blake got to sort of go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Just like...
Surely his communicator is sending a signal all the time. It's not like you have to speak on your phone for the GPS to know where you are. It knows where you are anyway. But in this space, they've got a load of cranky old computers in the background again. So Avon is sort of fiddling with a. It's a long thing with about eight lights on
they
it. Isn't
take... We should say as well that once... Because they hold the people that are... the sort of technical crew, whatever you want to call them, Peter Craze and the other people, up, and then they get Callie and Gan to take them into another room because they don't want them to see what they're going to be doing.
But Avon's fiddling with this cipher machine,
yes,
which is what
he's
they're
trying
after.
to get this sort of cipher thing out, the sort of bit that does all the decoding.
And Callie has to guard everybody else
Yeah.
in a room which is full of plastic tubs and trays.
They could have got somebody else to help her as well.
Yeah.
Like this, but because it sort of gets distracted by the fact that because they send Gan off to put, they've got explosives and he has to stick them to the wall, and they send him off, and then he has to go back because Avon can't free the unit.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But
So-
this room is just boxes, racks and racks of these plastic boxes, which would be really useful if you were moving house to put books
Yeah.
in. But there's also a load. Did you notice the hard drive disc?
No, I
things?
didn't notice that. No.
There's these. You see them on the computer program. Mac sort of demonstrates them once or twice. The old big hard drives, great big round things with about 8 layers of discs on them in a plastic
no
thing. There's about 3 or 4 of those knocking
okay.
around. But yeah, I wrote Gan really noisy when coming through door because everybody wonders what the hell it is.
Yeah.
He sort of blunders through the door and everybody's scared. The guards eventually wake up.
Yes.
And
And Villa goes out now.
then there's some running.
They run off. Why does he not just shoot the guard?
Yeah.
Why is he trying to catch him? He's got a gun in his hand. Shoot the guard.
And the guard sets the alarm off.
Of course.
Alarm,
I don't know why he
alarm.
doesn't shoot the guard, but in story terms, it makes no logical sense.
Gan's trying to free this cipher machine, and he's doing his best effort with his teeth, isn't he? Sort of, you know, Gan strong, you know, all of that. Villa comes in and is the bit that you like. The alarms are going, I thought you ought to know.
To Callie.
Yeah.
She could sort of tell that, because, you know, they're quite loud. But it's a great Villa character moment.
But yeah, then Callie gets thumped, and there's a fight scene, isn't there?
Well, it's not really a fight scene, they just sort of thump her at this point. There is a fight scene.
And I just put hard drives go everywhere.
Yeah.
And then Callie's on the floor. I just put, where's me bracelet? She can't find it.
No.
And I said, it should make a noise.
It should.
It's like if you lose your keys, you can get keys that whistle at you.
Yeah.
So if you drop your bracelet, it should go beep, 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 beep.
Or it should go in the voice of then. I am here. I am here. Much it would be helpful, would it? Because then it's never helpful.
Here I am, I'm over here.
On the floor.
Everybody teleports back apart from Callie.
Yes. And then the base blows up.
And then the base explodes.
Yes.
And I put proper explosions in flames, and again, I wouldn't have allowed that either.
I think that's a model at that stage, though.
I don't know, it looks a bit real to me. There's a load of black smoke comes up. And,
but you can do black smoke on a model.
Yeah, alright. Then they all bugger off, and nobody notices Callie didn't come.
No, it takes them ages to realise.
Useless lot, they're so excited
that they've got this thing. Yeah. I mean, they're miles and miles away before they realise, by which time it's far too late.
And they launch interceptors and all that, and it takes them 7 hours to
get away from them.
Get clear. Avon then gives a bit of a technical lesson about this cipher machine, saying it's something to do with Zeta-3 particles. That's a load of... He's just making that up.
He is. They don't know any different.
Yeah, you could say any old rubbish. And they're intending to read every message that the Federation sends.
Hello, you've got a computer.
By listening on to one ear of those headphones.
70s headphones. And you've got a computer. Just let the computer filter out the nonsense.
And then they go, where's Callie? And the answer is, I don't know. Haven't you got her?
No.
Right, cut to model shot of the rotating space station.
Donut.
I didn't put donut. Do you know what I put?
What did you put?
Space Raiders crisps.
Space Raiders crisps, yeah.
The pickled onion ones.
All right,
that look like life belts.
Yeah.
Because they've got the central bit, struts, and then and you could get Space Raiders crisps about now. Because you had pickled onion ones, and then I think they were chutney flavoured starships.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So you're getting crisp history as well.
Yeah. So it's Jackie Pierce.
Yeah. Jacqueline Pierce.
Jacqueline Pierce. Don't call her Jackie.
She didn't like to be called Jackie.
No, don't call her Jackie.
She liked to be called Jax or Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Didn't like Jackie.
So I will try and get that right. Yes. Jacqueline Pierce in her best white thing.
Yes. She's got like a sort of I always forget in this first one that she's quite covered up in this first one.
Yeah.
Because it's only later on they start to get more and more outrageous with things on the shoulder and things. Because she's got like a sort of bit underneath it that's silver, isn't it? Yeah. Sort of almost like chainmail in a way.
But she's all in white, and so's her room as well.
Yes.
Hexagons on the wall.
Yes. And the idea was, because originally the costume designer, which is Barbara Lane in this one, wanted to put her in a uniform, like a sort of army uniform. But she said because she's got quite short hair at this point, you might as well just cast a man. So they go for the complete opposite and put her in a sort of really nice dress. And it really works for the character because it makes her stand out. Because everybody else is in black.
Yeah, that's true.
So when she's on screen, your eye is drawn to her because she's in white.
But she's having a meeting with John Bryans and Peter Miles. With his best wig on.
With his best wig on, yeah.
It's a bit smammed over,
a little bit, yeah.
But the president is concerned that Blake's becoming a problem.
He is.
And sort of people are getting restless.
They're getting restless, and it's getting around by word of mouth, and every time the story's told it is exaggerated a little bit more.
But Jacqueline Pierce, as Supreme Commander Servalan, is going to appoint a space commander. Not just a commander.
Not just a space commander.
Yeah.
Everything in Terry Nation stuff has to have the word space in front of it. It's like if they go to the toilet, they're going to the space laboratory.
Laboratory or laboratory.
Laboratory.
Right. But Space Commander Travis is going to seek locate and destroy
Blake.
Blake. There you are, crowbar the name in.
Yeah.
Travis has been suspended
He
pending
has.
investigation into a massacre
Yes.
because he was a bit overzealous.
He was slightly overzealous. He sort of massacred everybody.
Yeah. But yeah, the Blake problem will be solved. And you get the shushy doors.
You do.
You don't actually see
You
the
don't see
doors
him, you
shushing.
just get-
You
you
just
just
get a
get-
noise.
you just
Yeah, you never see how the doors work.
Well, do you think there's going back to the whole massacring everybody thing? Do you think that's a little sort of sly nod to colonialism?
Oh yes, I mean there's
You sort of, the massacre
There's
of
undercurrents
the
here,
the
yeah.
tribes and the sort of Indians and Africans.
and I just put Jacqueline Pierce has got a nice chair because
She
it's
has,
very,
it looks
it's very,
really
very
comfortable,
padded. It's
yes.
the only properly comfy chair I've seen in
Yeah,
Blake Seven.
It really
Yeah.
does. I mean, it's much more comfortable than the Liberator chairs that look a bit uncomfortable, to be honest.
But she sort of has a look out the window. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what she's expecting to see, and she says, "Your time is running out, Blake."
Mm-hmm.
Avon is fiddling with some wires, and Blake
Yes.
is thinking about Callie.
Yeah, and there's that thing where he's got this wire and he gives it to Jenna, and then Jenna has to lift it over his head
Yeah.
to give it to Gan to plug in somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
of these wires, you
Just
just trip
awkward.
over them, wouldn't you?
But yeah, Blake's thinking about Callie, and then Jenna has a
A little chat.
little, and she touches it.
Yeah.
Just make sure she gets all that.
She's like, stop talking about Callie, she's dead,
Yeah.
I'm here.
I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Eventually, they're out of range of the interceptors, and they're going to head for a supply base to blow it up or
Yes.
do something to it. And then, so this makes me laugh. Servalan gets a. I don't know quite what he's meant to be. He's just an officer,
He's like,
isn't he?
he's like an aide to.
But he's called Ray.
He's called Ray.
And it's spelled R-A-I on the
Yes.
end credits, but it
Yes.
just sounds like Ray,
It's
like
Ray.
short for Raymond.
Ray.
Yeah.
What you doing, Ray?
All right, Ray. And Ray's not happy about Travis
No, because he's a butcher.
being in on the scene, and Servalan sort of, she does a little bit strokey
She does a
on
bit sort
Ray.
of little flirty, doesn't she?
You've got hair, Ray. And then as soon as Ray says he's not happy, she's all a bit moody.
Oh yeah, she completely goes the
Yeah.
other way, doesn't she?
Okay, but Ray thinks that Travis is not a Federation officer, he's an assassin. But enter Travis finally. And I like the way they do it. What are you laughing at?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay. Travis's entrance.
Yes.
He's
He
shot.
just get his heart.
He's shot from behind, isn't
Yeah.
it? Literally is Travis's entrance.
Yes.
Yeah. He's shot from behind and he does a little hand on hip thing,
Yeah.
doesn't he? Because he's a man.
Slightly camp.
Yeah.
No, well, what I was
What are you
thinking
thinking of?
well, we watched. There's a.
This is Stephen Greif, we should say.
Yes. There's an interview with him. He did a Mythmakers a few years ago. We've got them all on the Blake
In the
7
woods.
collection in the woods.
With Nick Briggs.
With and lots of midges, which must have been terribly uncomfortable.
Midges.
Midges, not midgets.
Oh, right,
midges. And he said he went to Soho, didn't he, to get his
Yeah.
outfit because it's all leather. But he had to get a corset.
Why wouldn't he fit?
No, because he said he's inclined to be a little overweight, which is a
Right.
very brave thing to admit in an interview.
Right.
So I can't. It just made me
You
think,
just
oh
imagine
God, he's
Tra-
got his corset on
You
to
can
keep
hear it
his
squeak-
belly
You
in.
hear it squeaking. Yeah. Did he like an ale or two? Do you think a beer?
Possibly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Little,
I just wonder
little
whether
Travis
it's
beer belly.
like how big a corset is it?
Well, I don't know.
Is it like up to
You're
here?
gonna be looking
or-
for that
I
now,
don't
aren't
know. I'm looking for the edge.
But even as a kid, I remember thinking his eye patch has got a hole in it.
Yeah, that's so we can see through.
That's so he can see through. But is it the thing that his eye's all right? It's just that he's got a load of scarring
I have
around
no
it.
idea. I have no
I-
idea. Because when
Because Travis too, it's just an eye
it's just an eye
patch.
patch, yeah. Yeah, it's literally like he's just like a pirate.
Yeah, but yeah, when we did our
Excuse me.
very early '90s Blake 7 spoof round at Nick's house,
Yeah.
Nick was Travis 1 and I was Travis 2.
You were.
So I'll have to do my impression of Travis 2
God,
when we
we'll
get
get
to
to.
that
Yeah.
to that thing. But yeah, the cipher thing is just making silly radio noises
It is,
when they
yeah.
try and tune it. It's like they're trying to get Radio Luxembourg or something like that. And all it does on Zen's screen is it puts up a load of sort of squares
Symbols,
and
yeah.
dashes. There's no words
No.
or anything. And yeah, so everybody's got to listen on the headphones.
Yeah, they're going to do shifts.
And they're going to have it on a rotor.
But they've got a computer
And I
that
said,
can do this.
just get Zen to do it.
Yeah, just get them to do it
Or
and
if-
filter out all the unimportant
Or if
stuff.
they asked him and he's already got arsey about
Yeah,
it,
he's
saying
moody.
it's below me.
Yeah, they need Aurak at this point. He would
Well,
just do it really
Aurak
easily.
would say it as well.
Well,
He'd
I know
be
he would, but-
cross. Yeah. But, yeah, so, yeah, there's a message about Travis over here.
Space Commander Travis.
Lucky that they managed to filter out that message
Yeah.
out of all the
All of
billions of
Yeah.
messages.
Oh, that have all the.
It's like trying to hack the entire email system of the Federation,
Yeah.
basically, isn't it?
It's like they're lucky they've gotten that and not like somebody's order for like
Eggs and
underpants or whatever, or like.
I'm thinking of the messages on Hadrian's Wall from the Romans.
Oh, right,
you
yeah.
know, because it was mostly people's shopping lists and
Yes.
please come to my party.
Yes.
You know.
Well, not on Hadrian's Wall, on the tablets that were found.
Well, yeah.
The
Roman soldiers.
yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, lucky that they get the message. Blake is amazed because he thought Travis was dead.
Yeah. He saw him fall.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that does not mean he's dead. It means you're just a bad shot.
But yeah, Travis goes to the room where they're clearing up, and he's in a mood.
Yes, a strop.
Because he shouldn't have touched anything, and he's going to get a forensic team in, and they have to account for everything. They've got a silly communicator that you listen to, and then you put it on your...
Why did you put it on your neck? Why not put it to your mouth?
Yeah, silly.
Silly.
Callie is found,
Yeah.
and so's her gun.
Eventually.
Yeah, she's just behind the rack.
Yes,
Why
no,
didn't
she's
they
really
didn't notice her?
Yeah.
Or she'd been being really, really quiet. You
Well,
know?
she's unconscious, so.
Oh, there you are. So she didn't make wind or anything.
No.
Okay. Travis is zooming about because he's now
He
back
is.
at HQ.
He is.
Sort of looking at black and white pictures of Blake.
He is.
Has he got a little photo album of Blake that he
Yeah.
carries around with him? He just has a look and sort of rolls his eyes. Love the fact they're black and white photos as well.
It's Moriarty.
Yeah, but right, okay. But Travis wants 3 ships, which are Starburst class.
Yes.
Wasn't Starburst in those days; it was Opal Fruit.
It was Opal Fruits, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. But it's the only thing likely to catch the Liberator, or so he reckons. Anyway, it's going to be crewed by mutoids who have a high bionic rebuild. Why are they called mutoids though? Why are they not called sort of bionic-oids or something? Why are they? Because again, we're back to Genesis of the Daleks, mutos, aren't
It sounds better, Mutoids.
and we don't see any mutoids anyway at this point.
Not till a couple of episodes down the line, yeah.
So Travis has got a false hand, doesn't he?
It has.
With a gun and a laser on destroyer in it.
That is his gun.
That is his gun.
Yeah.
Because Blake done his hand in.
He did, he shot his hand.
Yeah. Well, he didn't get one of those sort of grippy hands you could get at Woolworths. Did you remember those silver
No.
with a long thing, and you'd have a handle and you'd pull it and it would. Because it's the sort of thing Paul used in
That
Sutton
wouldn't
Park
be any good at all.
for the
though, would it?
Metallic Man.
Yeah, that wouldn't be any good at all.
Okay.
Anyway, he's been patched up by the top Federation surgeons.
Yeah.
Apart from his face.
Yeah. Travis and Blake then tell the story about their past.
Yeah.
How they
Came to be
encountered
enemies.
before.
Yeah.
Whilst they're doing this, they're having a cup of tea or something,
They
aren't
are,
they?
well-
Who's made the tea? Do
I
you
don't
think?
know if it's tea, because those cups look a bit flimsy.
Well,
to
the
me.
cups are polystyrene, but
Yeah.
to make them look spacey,
They
they
put
put some silver foil
silver-
around them.
Or sort of silver tape. You know,
Yeah.
sort of tape you use to tape things.
Nobody
together.
seems to drink those.
No.
It's as though Gans made the tea and it's really horrible, and everybody's left it on the desk and hoping he won't notice, so they don't want to hurt his feelings. But yeah, apparently when Travis and Blake had their sort of to do, Travis hid for 2 days in the basement.
48 hours, yes. Yes.
Do you reckon he had a pee in the corner or not? Or did he have to cross his legs and hold it in? Do you reckon after 2 days he was hopping up and down going, "I'll get you, Blake"? Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I think he must have had to
Pee.
pee in the corner.
Right, okay. But yeah, this sort of all ties in with what we heard about in The Way Back, doesn't it? And Blake says about how he can remember everything now, which is lucky.
Yeah.
There's a nice sort of effect when Callie's in the life support system,
Yeah.
and you've got this sort of video image of Travis,
Travis, yeah.
in a nice sort of circle.
Yes.
It's quite a nice effect, actually. Yeah, looks all right. It's quite well done. But yeah, there's a doctor and another doctor or something, and they've got some chemicals that they get out and start pouring, and then the thing round Callie's head starts to flash, because again, that's like the thing that Blake was in the way back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they've just reused that bit of set.
Oh, obviously.
But they're going through all the bits of the aftermath of the explosion. They found a bit of stuff in the wall.
Yes.
Which is to do with the cipher machine, which they suddenly realise is missing.
It's not there.
And I just went, oh! And even Peter Craze goes, oh, it's obvious now. Wouldn't that be the first thing you'd look for?
Probably.
Really? Oh dear. Travis has now got his communicator, his little box thing with the sticky up thing,
which is the
one of
famous outtake.
Which is the outtake where he pulls it and then it all goes flying and falls apart, and he sort of goes very camply, "What you think of that?" or something, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, but he's gonna set a trap by pretending that they don't know that Blake's got it.
Because they let them know, and Servalan wants to get them to change the codes immediately, but Travis says, no, we can use this to trap Blake.
Jenna's got a space clipboard.
She has.
And
she's left-handed.
Oh, right, is she? I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Okay. And she tells everyone to get to the flight deck quick when she hears a message about Callie, and before she's even said it, everybody's
Blake's there. Yeah, everybody's there.
It's like he was just lurking around the corner.
Waiting outside.
Yeah. Yes. Or perhaps he sort of stands outside, and every now and then he just looks in on Jenna and goes, maybe sort of.
That's a bit creepy.
I know, but how did he get there so quick?
It depends where he was.
Around the corner looking at Jenna. And Villa's excited that she's still alive and goes to tell Gan.
Yes.
That's a
I
nice
knew she was
piece.
still alive. No, he didn't. No, I didn't.
They tell Zen to, turn around and head back.
Kentaro.
Zen's really fed up. Confirmed. He's like really sarky and like, I don't want to do this. And I know why they've had to do it, because you can't do it as the model shot. But you'd expect the Liberator to be flying through space and then do a lovely sort of swooshy. But in actual fact, it sort of stood there, slowly turns around, and then goes on. Because clearly that's all
I can do.
Matt Irvin and Ian Scoons, because they're both credited on this one. Did you notice?
Cool. Good for Matt Irvin.
Yeah, it's a difficult shot. More guards. They're sweeping the floor. But they don't have a brush or a broom.
So they use Callie's hair.
Use Callie's hair instead. They just drag her along.
Yeah, that's a really. I can imagine Jan Chapel
going, what?
No, my hair was clean.
But this is who is it? Ian Cullen, isn't it?
Base Commander. I didn't recognise him.
Escon, apparently.
Yes, because he's got that.
He's got a silly balaclava
on, and I knew I recognised the actor. I didn't recognise it as Ian Cullen.
Yeah, but he says he's escorted the prisoner. He hasn't, he's just dragged her.
Yeah, we've dragged the prisoner to the interrogation room.
The trouble is, now I've said that, I'm thinking about, that's how sort of Gan got his woman. Because, I can imagine Gan dragging his woman.
Yeah, but he would have dragged her by the hair, shall he?
Yeah, with his knobbly club in his hand.
Knobbly club, okay.
Anyway. Now there's some blab about how the teleport works, because Travis, they say about how the Liberators come in and it's gone out again.
Yeah.
And Travis goes, they're too far out for their teleporters
They'll have to
work.
come in again.
He doesn't know this. How does he know that? Has he been up to the Liberator and examined how their system works? Just because the Federation did a project about teleporting
everybody died.
Doesn't mean that this alien teleporter system is better than theirs. So he's a bit hopeful. There's a CSO shot of some blokes in a room. And they've got.
It's better or worse than theirs?
Sorry, what?
You said it doesn't mean that the alien one is better than theirs. You mean worse than theirs?
No, because whichever way.
I just want to clarify that point.
I don't know now.
Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, Travis doesn't know how good or bad their teleport is
because he's not been on the ship.
No, because he hasn't stripped it down, has he?
No.
But yeah, apparently they've got detectors that can tell when teleport happens.
Yeah, because it produces a lot of energy.
No, they've got detectors that can do their theoretical teleport. They don't know how their teleport system works on the Liberator, so how will they detect
actually,
it?
he says it's the communications that cause it, not the actual teleport, it's the communications.
But it's like, you get it in Star Trek. We're detecting an unknown form of radiation.
Why do you know it's radiation?
You can't detect an unknown form of anything because you haven't got the detectors calibrated to detect it in the first place.
Right.
It's like if you had a radioactive source and you looked at it with your eyes, you wouldn't be able to tell there were like alpha particles coming off of it because you're looking at the wrong. You've got no idea what frequency to look at. So yeah, just because you've got detectors, they're not magic. They just can't detect anything. Yeah. Anyway, the guards. There's two guards outside. Travis goes outside, and they both stamp in time.
They
don't they?
which must have taken ages to do.
And I just put take 16.
Yeah, because I reckon they got. Oh God, we're out of time.
It is definitely nippy out because Travis's breath is.
Well, it's obviously filmed on the same day the other stuff filmed, isn't
But
it?
yeah, Callie was in the chair when he went out.
Yes.
He comes in, and Callie's gone.
She's not there.
He swings the chair around, and she ain't there.
Yes.
Unless, but she could have gone invisible. She could have gone really, really small. Lots of. This is space. Anything could happen.
Or Blake could be there.
Blake's there, and he's just let her out.
Yeah.
Blake is there. I got here first and did the same trick.
Yes.
Callie gets hold of Travis's gun,
Tiny little
which is
gun.
a ridiculous.
Looks like a Christmas cracker toy.
Do you know what I put? Spud gun painted black. It's one of those little spud guns you used to get. Did you have a spud gun?
I don't even know what that is.
You'd have a potato,
Right.
and you'd put the end in,
Yeah.
and you'd turn it around. You'd have a little bit of potato,
Right.
and it would have a little rubber band. You'd pull the trigger. A little plastic thing would shoot forward, and a tiny little bit of spud would come out and hit your friend on the arm or something, and that was a spud gun.
No, I never had one.
You never lived, did you? But Travis has got a spud gun.
Girls
So
don't do
imagine him
those.
going when Blake is running away. Stand closer, I can't hit you. All my elastic band's broke now. But yeah, Travis goes to zap.
Yes, with his hand.
To zap with
His
his
laser
hand.
on.
Blake has told him he doesn't matter enough to kill.
Yes.
So zap from gun hand, and I just put Blake smash
Yeah.
because he smashes his hand. And Travis gets really upset. Doesn't he?
Bless him.
Launch the interceptors! He's getting away! Oh!
Because he starts out all sort of cool and calm, but I wonder if Stephen.
It's just the last line.
Yeah, I wonder if he wanted to do it again.
I would have said, "Can we do that line
because
again?"
I sounded a bit silly.
I sound really silly. Travis really gets his knickers in a
He
twist.
does a little
doesn't
bit,
he?
yes.
On the Liberator, Gan is driving.
He is.
Yeah. Because there's nobody else.
Nobody else to do it. No.
Callie says thank you. They still got his
He's
spud
still got his
gun.
spud gun. Yeah.
And then Travis has a little soliloquy about run, Blake, run.
I am your death.
I'm
Blake.
gonna get you, Missy.
Yeah.
All of that. I am your death, Blake. And that's the end.
Yes.
So quite a good one though.
It is.
Quite a bit happens.
It is, and it's setting up the rest of this season and how the series is going to go.
Yeah.
So, and I promised you a Paul Darrow fact.
Oh, what's the
didn't
Paul Darrow
A Paul
fact?
Darrow fact. I have been listening to Paul Darrow's reading of his autobiography.
Yes.
You're him, aren't you?
Mm.
And Paul Darrow was actually not born Paul Darrow. He was
No.
born Paul Kirkby.
Right.
And his first agent that he had after he left drama school didn't like the name. He said it didn't stand out enough and it
Right.
was hard to pronounce.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
I don't think it is. So he considered what to call himself. And one of his friends came up with the name Drac Tarquin, which apparently is a combination of Dracula and Laurence Olivier's son Tarquin.
That sounds like one of those rejected names for Adam
For Adam
Adaman.
Adaman, yes. Yes. And in the end...
Darius Crud.
Yeah, Darius Crud. His father came up with the surname Darrow
Right.
after the famous American attorney,
Yeah.
Clarence Darrow.
Okay.
And he didn't want to use Clarence, so he used his first name Paul, and he became Paul Darrow.
There you go.
And that's how he got his name.
Gosh. Darrow Facts.
Yes, Darrow Facts. More Darrow Facts to come.
Okay. Well, say goodbye and see you again then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.